Yo, whether you watching from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, moviepilot.com, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So it is Labor Day weekend. That marks the end of the summer movie season. It started the first weekend of May with Captain America Civil War, and it comes to a sputtering halt in movies that really didn't even get wide releases this weekend with Morgan and The Light Between Oceans, which The Light Between Oceans pretty much marks the start of Oscar season, I guess, the fall movie season. All the perennial Oscar favorites are going to start coming out more in October than September. September is like the January of the Oscar movie season, you feel me? Because a couple good movies are gonna come out, but a lot of trash. Like I usually don't go to the movies a lot in September. Like the past couple months, I've went to the movies like at least 7 times, and in September I'm looking at maybe 3 or 4, maybe more. I haven't really looked yet. I know I want to see Sully. I know I want to see Magnificent Seven. Other than that, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna see because I'm not exactly sure what's coming to my theater. You feel me? And overall, man, I would say this summer, man, this summer was a letdown. Like I loved my list, my 5 favorite movies, and there's one movie that at number 6 I was hoping made the list because I liked it that much. But I'm not gonna collude and manipulate my list to get what I want to talk about on it. If it just didn't make it, it just didn't make it, man. It's just what wasn't ranked. And behind me, you see all 2016 posters, not just summer, but these are all the 2016 posters I have at the moment. So but let's just get right into the list, man. At number five, I got Star Trek Beyond, and I have loved this reboot series. Put me on the cross. Like I don't consider myself a Trekkie. I'm a fan of the series now because of the reboot series, but I haven't seen the original series or the Next Generation series yet. I want to watch them. I just don't have time. And then J.J. Abrams wants to do The Force Awakens, so Justin Lin stepped in. So there were moderate to low expectations for this movie, and it just came out like a force, man. When in like I said, in a disappointing summer, Star Trek was definitely a standout. Um, they're in the middle of a 5-year mission, and they get pulled into a, hey, take this person over to this planet for us, and then Idris Elba comes in, wrecks shop because there's something on the ship that he wants. The crew members, different people, what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go into too many spoilers, but they get put at risk. Kirk and whoever is available has to go to the rescue. Scotty, they run into Sophia Boutella, who kills it again as Jayla. And then there's Bones, there's Spock, there's Uhura, there's the usual crew members from the first 2 movies who come in and stand out. And the movie's dedicated to Leonard Nimoy, dedicated to Anton Yelchin, rightfully so, man. Class act on the part of Paramount and the Star Trek crew. It surprised me, man. Expectations weren't that high, so it really surprised the shit out of me. At number 4, I got The Nice Guys, and coming off Iron Man 3, Shane Black needed this movie, and shame on everybody. Shame on everybody who didn't go see this movie. Oh, why doesn't Hollywood put out anything original? Why is it only franchises and books? And people cry about most of the Hollywood movies being franchise movies, like Star Wars, like Star Trek, comic movies, Suicide Squad, BVS, um, Marvel movies. Go see original content, man. The Nice Guys is original. It takes place in the 70s. Um, Ryan Gosling is hilarious in this movie. Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling both carry it. The little girl who plays Gosling's daughter kills it. Breakout role. She's about to be in Spider-Man Homecoming because of this. And 3 directed movies. Like Shane Black killed it, man. Like the cast is dope. The story is dope. The action is dope. I highly doubt this could be a franchise or anything because I'm sure Warner Brothers wants to build it because the story and the craft of this movie was so good, but box office returns weren't there because I can't explain why this movie didn't make money. Like it boggles my mind. The trailers were good. The style, like this movie has style. Like this movie just came out on Blu-ray, so if you haven't seen it, go rent it. Go buy it. But like you should have seen this movie at the theaters, man, hands down. At number 3, I got Finding Dory. Um, Baby Dory is the cutest thing I've ever seen on the big screen, no question. But the question was, can the side character from Finding Nemo, a 13-year-old movie, carry her own movie? She did. Ellen killed it. Ellen is hilarious, man. Like once in a while, like my wife will show some clip of her show, whatever guest is on. Ellen is hilarious, and she's hilarious in this. She carries this. They add new characters with Ed O'Neill and Caitlin Olsen. They brought back Albert Brooks. Eugene Levy and Diane Keaton play Dory's parents. The cast was perfect, man. This voice cast is perfect. Pixar always kills it. Like Pixar always kills it. That's fact now. They've been doing this for 21 years. Pixar, I know as a company has been around longer than Toy Story, but the popularity of Pixar is old enough to drink now. I'll see Cars 3. I'm not super hyped for it, but Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, Coco. I think they have another sequel out there that's coming. I might be wrong. I might be thinking about Dory. I think yeah, it was Dory, Cars 3, Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, where they're like cavalcade of sequels, and they're off to a good start. Hopefully Cars 3 surprises a lot of people and improves heavily over Cars 2. But this isn't a Pixar video. Just Dory's the #1 animated movie of all time, so I'm sure you saw it. I saw it. I loved it. Hope you did. At number 2, I got Sausage Party. A lot of people would have had this lower, maybe not even in their top 5, but it isn't as consistently funny as I wanted it to be. The first 2 acts have laughs, but I was so engrossed in the story and how ridiculous this story is. Like, the food's alive. And once again, won't get too into spoilers. It hasn't even been out a month, but like you know from the trailers, man, the food's alive. It lives in a grocery, and its whole purpose is to get out of the grocery, get purchased, until they realize what's going on in the real world, because the people are eating the food. They're eating children. Me skin. She's cutting me fucking skin. I loved the story throughout. That's what carried me to the 3rd act, which is worth the price of admission alone. The 3rd act of this movie is some of the most ridiculous shit I've seen all year. Not just in summer, all year. I really, sincerely, genuinely hope that Seth Rogen can do other types of R-rated animated movies. I don't necessarily need a Sausage Party sequel. They brilliantly set it up for one, if you ask me. So whether we get Sausage Party 2 or some different type of R-rated animated movie, I would love that shit. For real. So now my #1 favorite movie of summer, if you haven't guessed already, if you know me, you know what it is. If you like watch my reviews, you know what it is. Hands down, no question, Captain America Civil War. I loved it. I loved Civil War, man. People knock Zemo as another weak MCU villain. I ask, how is he weak? This movie comes out on Blu-ray in like 2 weeks. If you saw the intro of Zemo, he's got a dude upside down interrogating his ass. Mission report, December 12th, 1991. I don't remember if that's the exact date. I'm just throwing something out there. I know it's close though. Like, that shit was so savage. His plan was to bring division amongst the Avengers. He succeeded. How many MCU villains have even succeeded at what they wanted to do? Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if the whole final fight between Stark and Rogers is based on coincidence or whatever. Who knew that Iron Man would do this the same time as Cap is doing this? I don't care. He's one of the best MCU villains. Netflix villains definitely don't count, because Kingpin, Kilgrave, and then who was the overall villain in Daredevil season 2. Was it the Yakuza? But still, like the Netflix villains are the best MCU villains hands down. Alone, man, like Division was brought amongst the Avengers. We got the best introduction to Black Panther we could ask for. We got the best introduction to Spider-Man we could ask for. Like I don't even know how long Tom Holland was in the movie. He's already my favorite Spider-Man. Respect, respect to Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Yes, I like the Amazing Spider-Man series, but Tom Holland is already my favorite Spider-Man because he's supposed to be a kid. He's supposed to be overwhelmed with all these powers, and Tom Holland portrayed that. As you'll see in December, man, Spider-Man: Homecoming is already one of my most anticipated movies of 17, and hands down, man, hands down, Cap has the best series of solo movies in the MCU. Um, I don't really care how accurate the Civil War movie is to the Civil War comic, simply, man, because the Fantastic Four and the X-Men aren't available to use, and I know they play a huge role in the comic. Marvel worked with what they had. It progressed the story 13 movies in. It's still exciting. It's still fresh. The Russo brothers killed it as far as direction, as far as action, as far as comedy. BVS gets knocked for all these things. How does Batman stop fighting based on Superman saying a name? Cap like got shook because Crossbones said a name at the very beginning, and that's why Scarlet Witch had to do what she did, and that's what brought the Accords on in the first place. There leaks are coming out, stories are coming out that Red Hulk was almost in it. Would have loved to have seen that. Iron Spider was almost in it. Would have loved to have seen that. I think before Infinity War or whatever Avengers 4 is going to be called, I think we'll see. I think we'll see Iron Spider before Robert Downey Jr. is done being Iron Man. Another Spider-Man tidbit, man. The Spider-Man Homecoming cast is insanely fat. I don't know how many side characters, role characters, characters that barely won't get no screen time are going to be in this movie, man. But this movie is going to be in slight. Like, I don't think Black Widow's been confirmed. They just confirmed Jon Favreau to pop up as Happy Hogan. We know Iron Man's in it. I don't. That's next summer. I'll definitely be talking about Homecoming next summer. I wish Bucky would show up because Homecoming was one of his trigger words in Civil War. It always like made me wonder, like, I wonder if that has anything to do with Spider-Man, but so far it doesn't. Oh, and the damn post-credit scenes, man. The post-credit scenes just get you looking forward to. There's two if you haven't seen it, but they both get me looking forward to the future of the MCU. The MCU, if you haven't heard me fanboy out, is my favorite franchise, man. 13 movies in, and I don't think they've made a bad movie. Like, I dislike Iron Man 3, but it's not a bad movie. It's just a waste of a villain that pissed me off. That's my list. The movie I was talking about that I wanted on the list, but it's number 6, is Suicide Squad. I love Suicide Squad. I don't care about critics. I don't care what I don't care what naysayers that want to knock the movie for some pretentious, petty, snooty reason are gonna say. I love Suicide Squad. The DCEU is headed in a great direction. Can't wait for Wonder Woman. Can't wait for Justice League. I guess I could throw y'all like my 3 least favorite movies of summer, and those are Alice Through the Looking Glass, Ice Age Collision Course, and either the BFG or Independence Day Resurgence. I can't remember. Shit on me, knock me, do what you got to do for saying the BFG, man. I was just bored by it. I couldn't get into the story. It looked cool. The Mark Rylance and the little girl killed their performances, but overall, I just couldn't get into the movie. Let me rattle off some summer movies, man. Let me know what your favorite was. Civil War, Money Monster, The Nice Guys, Neighbors 2, Angry Birds, X-Men Apocalypse, Now You See Me 2, Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, Dory, Central Intelligence, The Purge, Election Year, Legend of Tarzan, Ghostbusters, Secret Life of Pets, Pete's Dragon, Jason Bourne, Don't Breathe. Drop your top 5. Drop your favorite overall movie of summer. Curious to know what you think. This counts as my movie talk for August. Like I said in my review for Don't Breathe and Mechanic Resurrection. If you haven't noticed, man, Morgan didn't come to my theater, so I won't be reviewing that. I haven't decided on my movie talk for September. It could be Tom Hanks because Sully comes out. If you're a sports fan, I got an NFL prediction video on the way, hopefully with two of my homies. Sully comes out next weekend. Snowden comes out the weekend after that. I feel like my theater won't get it, but if it comes here, I'll go watch it. So stay tuned for all those videos. If you missed the cards that popped up, I'm going to put a link at the bottom to all those reviews. So like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. And of course, if you want to find me on the other social medias, stay tuned to the end credits. Here they come, man. Peace.